Module 2, Lesson 6's objective is to build and decompose a kilogram to reason about the size and weight of 1 kilogram, 100 grams, 10 grams, and 1 gram. Problem 1 says, use the chart to help you answer the following questions. Item A. Isaiah puts a 10-gram weight on a pan balance. How many 1-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? Right away, I look at that chart and I think to myself about the regular place value chart. There are ones, tens, and hundreds, just like we've studied before. So if Isaiah used a 10-gram weight on a pan balance, on the other side of the balance, he would need to use a certain amount of 1-gram weights in order to make the pan balance even. So a pan balance has a pan on one side, a base, and a pan on another side. So if he put a 10-gram weight right here, how many ones does it take to equal one 10-gram weight? The way you can do this is simply by counting by ones until you get to 10 grams. So you go ahead and figure that out. If I go ahead and count by ones, how many ones make 10? And you could even draw them inside of the pan balance like this and put a 1 inside of them. Okay, you figured out item A yourself. And don't forget to answer the question in words. Here's the question. How many 1-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? So once you have figured out how many 1-gram weights it takes, you need to write it in an answer. He needs blank 1-gram weights to balance the scale. For item B, it says, next, Isaiah puts a 100-gram weight on a pan balance. How many 10-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? So this time we have a pan over here that has 100 grams on this side. And we have to figure out how many 10-gram weights go on this pan so that the scales are balanced, or the scale is balanced. This time, instead of counting by ones, we'll count by tens. And as you do that, you can just draw a circle inside and put the 10, counting by tens until you get to 100. Then, at the end, don't forget to answer the question in words. The question is, how many 10-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? So we answer in a sentence. He needs blank 10-gram weights to balance the scale. Item C says, Isaiah then puts a kilogram weight on a pan balance. How many 100-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? Okay, on this side of the scale, in this pan, there's 1 kilogram. And on this side of the pan, he's going to use 100-gram weights in order to balance the scale. So inside of this circles this time, you will write the number 100. And you just keep counting by hundreds until you get to a kilogram. Well, how many grams are in a kilogram? And that answer is 1,000. There are 1,000 grams in a kilogram. So you count by hundreds until you get to 1,000 grams. Then count up how many individual circles you drew, because that's the number of 100-gram weights that he will need to balance the scale. And of course, you need to remember to answer the question in words. The question is, how many 100-gram weights does he need to balance the scale? He needs blank 100-gram weights to balance the scale. And finally, item D says, what pattern do you notice in parts A through C? Because I didn't tell you what the answers were for items A through C, I can't even begin to comment on that. The one thing I can tell you is don't forget to answer in words. The question is, what pattern do you notice in parts A through C? The pattern I notice is, oops, no period yet, blank, now a period. Okay, the rest is up to you.